morning everyone. Today I am going to take a lecture of discrete mathematics chapter number 8, graph theory. We have already seen in our previous lecture what is the definition of the graph and the different types of the graph. Next one is the Dijkstra shortest path. That means if we are given in a graph, so how we find the shortest path from its starting node to ending node. Okay, so what is the Dijkstra algorithm? So Dijkstra algorithm is let capital G is equal to V comma E. G that is the graph combination of the vertex and the edges. You have already known that what is the definition of the graph. Okay. So here G is equal to V comma E be a simple weighted graph. So here always keep in mind the Dijkstra algorithm is always depend on the weighted graph. If the between the edges the weight are given. Okay. So weight are given, that will be a simple weight graph. The weight of edges E is referred as length of edges. That means if we are given in between the two nodes, one edge is given and the weight is also given, that means this is the weight of edge E is referred as length of the edge. In the Dijkstra algorithm, because of we find the shortest path, so obviously edge is the length. Okay, so here the way 3 points are very important. First one is the Dijkstra algorithm can be applied both directed and undirected graph. So what do you mean by the directed graph? Directed graph, that means the directions are given. Okay, so in the directed graph we can say that the digraph. Okay, so if the definition is that what is the digraph? So digraph, that means the directions are given. Okay, and the undirected graph, that means the directions are not given. Okay, so this algorithm can be applied both directed and undirected graph. Okay, next point is the graph must be connected. That means this type of the example, the graph is connected. Okay, next one is the Dijkstra algorithm does not work for the graphs with negative weight edge. That means if we have given the length negative sign with negative sign, so Dijkstra algorithm is not applicable according to this type of the length. Okay, so always keep in mind the Dijkstra algorithm is depend on directed and undirected both graph. This graph is must be connected, and third one is the Dijkstra algorithm does not applicable about the negative weight graph. Okay, so if we are given in the negative weight, so we use the different types of the method, that means Warshall algorithm or Floyd algorithm. Okay, so here we are given in the graph. Here the graph is connected graph because of here vertex is what? A, B, C, D, E, F and G. Okay, and here every edges we are given in the length of the edge. Got it? So here we find the shortest path. So obviously the length of edge is already given. Okay, so here one point is your source point. Okay, one point is your source and last is the destination. So if you are given in the source point, so always consider that vertex. Okay, but if you are not given the source point, so as you wish, you consider any one point, consider your source point, or we can say that the source vertex or source node. Got it? So here we are given in the example, or and we solve the with the help of Dijkstra shortest path, and for finding the shortest path with the help of Dijkstra algorithm. Okay, so first we write here a source point. That means if we are given in the source point, so you must consider this vertex. Okay, but sometimes in the question paper we are not given in the source point, so you consider any one point is your source point. Okay, after that you start the solution. That means here our source point is vertex A. For example, we are given in the source point is vertex A. So what is the process for finding the shortest path? So process is very easy and just depends on the logic. Okay, so first we write the total vertex. Okay, so total vertex is what? A, B, C, D, E and F. Okay, A, B, C, D, G. So we write here A, B, C, D, E, F, G. Okay. Here we write the total values. Okay. So here we write the shortest path. So we write here S is equal to 7, and one by one we write the vertex, or you can say that the node point. Okay. That means we can say that a destination. Got it? So here the starting vertex is what? So starting vertex is 0. So we write here the 0. Okay, we write here the 0 value, and all these remaining vertex we write the infinite, because of if we stay here the A vertex. Okay, so according to this vertex all these values are what? Infinite. Okay, so here we write the 0, and the remaining vertex we write the infinite sign. Got it? This is the first step for the algorithm. So next step is what? Next step is you write here every vertex. You write here the values infinite. This is very important point for finding the shortest path. Starting point is 0, and the remaining vertex we write here the infinite sign. Okay. Next step is what? Next step is we consider the minimum value, smallest value. So what is the smallest value? Obviously 0. So here we draw the block. Okay. The smallest value is what? 0, and 0 according to vertex A. So we write here the A. This is the next step. Next one is what? Her starting point is A. So we start our journey. Okay. So here from A to B, A to F, and A to G. Three vertices are connected. Okay. So A to B, the value is what? 5. So we write here A to B 5. The A to F, the value is 3. So A to F value is 3. Got it? And A to G value is 10. So we write here A to G value is 10. That means the vertex A, we have the connected values is what? 5, 3 and 10. Okay. So here immediate you cross your infinite distance and write here the 0 plus 5, 5. Here 0 plus 3, write here 3, and here 0 plus A to G, so write here 10. Okay, so this is your total distance according to A vertex to B, F and G. Okay, so the remaining vertex, because of B, A is connected only B, F and G, not in connected the C, D and E. Got it? So here we write the infinite sign as it is. Got it? Next step is what? Next step is again you find out the smallest value. So what is the smallest value? The smallest value is 3. That means we draw here a block, and block is connected to F. Okay. So here we write the F vertex. Okay. So next step is what? Next step is we count here according to F the connected edges. So according to F connected 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5 edges. Got it? So here we write the F. So 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5. So here for F to A, here we not write here the 0, because of 3 plus 0 is equal to 3. And always keep in mind, you write here always the smallest value. Okay. So here obviously write here the 0 value, and if we write the 3 plus 0, so total value is what? Total value is 3. Okay. So here we write the F is equal to 3 value. Got it? So here we write the 0 plus 5. So F to A, F to G, we write here as 7. 3 plus 7, 10. So F to G 10. We write here again the 10. Okay. F to A, we write here the 0, or you write here the blind sign. F to B, here 18 plus 3. 21. So minimum value is already write the 5. So A to B we write here the 5. Got it? Next one is F to D. So F to D here is the infinite value. But here F is already have the third value, that is third line. So 3 plus 6 9. So we write here the 9 value. That means F to D we write here the 9. Got it? Next one is F to E. So F to E is 3 plus 5 8. So here we write the 8. So F to E we write the 8. Okay, and F to C. So here is not the direct connected F to C. So we write here the infinite. Okay, so here we get the 5, infinite, 9, 8 and 10. Here we here the blank. Okay, next one is the, again you write here the minimum value. So minimum value is what? Minimum value is 5. So we consider here the 5. Got it? So 5 is according to B vertex. So we write here B. Got it? So here B is this way. So again the B is connected with A, C, D and F. Okay. So here 4 edges are connected with the vertex B. So B to A. That means 5 plus 5 10. So already we write here the 0. So always you consider the minimum value. If the sum is greater than the exact value, so you can't write here this maximum value, you consider the previous value. Okay, so here B to C, that means B to C 5 plus 2 7, and here is the infinite value, so obviously 7 is less than the infinite, so we write here 7. So B to C we write the 7. Got it? Next one is B to D. So B to D is 5 plus 9 14. But here already write here the 9 and 9 is less than 14. So here we write the as it is the 9 value. Okay, next one is B to E. So B to E is not connected the direct edge. So we write here it is as it is here. And B to G. So B to G is not directly connected. So we write here the 10. That means our fourth row is what? 7, 9, 8 and 10. Okay. So next is what? Again we consider the minimum value. So minimum value is what? Minimum value is 7. So 7 according to our vertex is C. So we write here C. Got it? So according to your graph, you check the C vertex. Okay. So your C vertex is here. C vertex is connected with B and D. Okay. So B is already completed. So we write here B to D. So B to D, C to D is 7 plus 3 10, and here write on again the 9 number. So 9 is less than the 10. So we consider only the 9. That means here we write the 9. C to E. So C to is not directly connected here. So we write here 8 dash C to G. So C to G is not connected. So we write here as it is the upper value. Okay. Next step is what? Again, we consider the minimum value. So minimum value is what? Minimum value is 8. Okay. So 8 is E down. So we write here E. Got it? Here we write the E. So E, that means this vertex. Okay. So according to E, again we connected the two edges D and F. Okay. So here A, B and C are already completed. Here we write the D. So E to D is connected term. Okay. So 80 plus 8. 18 plus 8 is equal to 26. But here 9 is less than the 26. So we write here 9 is as it is. Okay. It is also cancel. Next one is the G. So E to G is not directly connected. So we write here the 10. Got it? Next step is what? Again we consider the minimum value. So minimum value is what? Minimum value is 9. Okay. So according to 9, we have the D. So we write here the D vertex. So where is the D vertex? D vertex is here. Okay. So according to D vertex, we have the four edges: C, B, F, and E. Okay. So here C, B, F already completed. Okay, and here E is also completed here. So next one is what? E, that means D. So here we write the 10 as it is, and here we write the G. Got it? Because of G is the last vertex. Okay, so according to our set, we write here this vertex A, F, B, C, E, D, and G. A, F, B, C, E, D, and G. And according to this vertex, you write here this block value. Okay, so block value is what? Last one is the 10 number. Okay, so you write here S is equal to, according to A, 0, F, 3, B 5, C 7, E 8, D 9, and G 10. Okay, so this is the total length. That means if we find the path, shortest path A to C. So total length is 7. A to C, total length is 7. So we find the A to C. If we find the shortest path A to C, so total length is 7. 5 plus 2, 7. Got it? If we find the shortest path A to G. Okay, so shortest path A to G, total length is 10. So you consider the A to G. A to G, that means what? Here A to G is 10. Okay, if you find the shortest path with A to D. So A to D, the total number is 9. Okay, so the shortest path is what? A to D. Here, if we can find the 5 plus 2 plus 3, so this is the total length is 10. Okay, but here A to F and F to D, so 3 plus 6 is 9. Okay, so according to this process, we find the shortest path with the help of Dijkstra algorithm. Okay, so this is very important method for finding the shortest path, and this method is also depend on the directed and the undirected graph both. So always keep in mind, always the one point is very important. The one point is what? Sometimes students, we write here, if we consider this F to G. Okay, so student write only the 7 number. Okay, and cut here 10 and write the 7 number because 7 is less than the 10. But always keep in mind, if you find the F to G, so first you see here what is the total value of this vertex F. So total value already given 3 and 3 F to G. So 3 plus 7 is equal to 10. Okay, so this is very important point, and this is the method of the Dijkstra algorithm for finding the shortest path. Okay, so I will continue this topic in our next lecture. Thank you for watching this video.